Things are starting to get a lot more interesting for Shiba Inu coin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market. And right now, 130 trillion Shiba Inu coin are in profit ahead of a very big move. Now, we're going to be going over it in this video today because we have got the Fear and Greed Index ticking back up, confidence returning. We've got some very bold moves in price action with Solana moving higher, Ethereum moving higher, and yes, Shiba Inu coin is moving higher as well. So when you add all of these things together, guys, this is exactly what we need to see. And I know that nobody wants to get in too early. I know that nobody wants to go out there and buy a dip that turns into another dip. But if you do not face the pressure, if you do not accumulate when things are down, you're going to be buying at all-time highs. So let's discuss it. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and as you can see, 130 trillion Shiba Inu coin are in the profit or in the money right now, ahead of what could be a very big move. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it in a second here, but if you guys have not downloaded Best Wallet yet, a couple of you have, not enough that we can really do anything with it yet, make sure to click that link down in the description below. I want to give away Shiba Inu coin. Alright, if you guys want to earn some Shiba Inu coin, make sure to click that link down there so we can get something going on with Best Wallet. Download them, see what's going on there. Talk a little bit more about them at the end of the video here. But let's go over some Shiba Inu coin statistics because, man, things are actually starting to look pretty good. We get Shiba Inu coin right here ticking back up into the green, and it is on its way to testing this 1,400 point per coin level. And, guys, if it breaks out of this wedge, okay, this wedge is essentially, if you go on the... yeah, let's go weekly. Let's go weekly here. If you go to the weekly graph, this wedge is what Shiba Inu coin has been hitting since reaching its all-time high back in 2021. These higher lows have been hit, and Shiba Inu coin is on the verge of potentially breaking back out of this wedge and moving to the upside, which the last time you guys can see resulted in a very nice move. Of course, we got hit at horizontal resistance, but nonetheless, a very strong move to the upside could be occurring, and we are almost cracking that resistance level. Now, the article goes on to say that according to on-chain data, 130 trillion Shiba Inu tokens are profitable at the current price of Shiba Inu, as the popular dog coin faces a potential price move. As market momentum grows, traders and investors are keeping a careful eye on the next major move in Shiba Inu coin's price action. Recent data from Into the Block reveals that 130 trillion Shiba Inu coin worth $1.7 billion are currently profitable or in the money at Shiba Inu coin's present price, which could either fuel further accumulation or trigger some profit taking. So let's talk about that for a second. And this coincides perfectly with the Fear and Greed Index, right? When people are losing money or prices are low, for some reason, and I don't understand it, right? I'm not a psychologist. I took a couple psychology classes, all of that, but I'll never be able to understand other people. I can only understand myself. And I have been accumulating. I actually bought some more crypto this morning. I can't understand why people will not buy something at a low price. It is, I mean, I feel the same emotion, right? But I can ignore it. I don't worry about the fear. I don't trick myself into thinking this is going to go down forever. I have done so in the past, but I was essentially relying on other people's opinions in the past. And the best thing that I can go back to is like 2012, 2013, deciding not to buy Bitcoin. Right? It was $300 and some odd number per coin. And everybody said it was a bad idea. Everybody said that it was for criminals, that it would never amount to anything, that unless you're gambling or dealing illegal substance, that's the only thing that it's used for. So clearly, I learned pretty fast that I should not fall victim to any of the fear that these people try to perpetuate. And so it doesn't make sense to me why people are unwilling to buy in a dip. But as soon as the price goes up, as soon as they're making money, something switches. So a switch is flipped, and now all of a sudden they're ready to take their profit. They're ready to sell the moment that they are in the green, the moment that they are making money, and they can take their profit there. But that's when they really want to accumulate, after prices are high. And it's very strange to me that people want to accumulate more as prices are high, and they want to give up when prices are low. So it is very strange, but this does go. I agree with this sentiment right here, right? We can see some profit taking or accumulation. At the time of writing, Shiba Inu coin was up about 3% over the last 24 hours to 13.49, and at the time that I'm doing this video, it's about 13.64. So it is moving just slightly higher at the moment. As Memecoin saw a boost alongside other cryptocurrencies, which is true, man. We've got a nice bounce going on in the overall market today, just up slightly. Volume's holding steady, and meme coins are doing pretty well. Over the last 24 hours, another 3% increase. Volume pulling back a little bit, but nonetheless a 3% increase in the overall meme coin space to a $55 billion market cap. Now, guys, we could be on a very nice bounce here. We're up, what is this? $11 billion since the low that we hit on March 10th, starting to rise up very nicely, and we could be ready to break out. And if a meme coin rally hits, okay, if you're waiting to buy Shiba Inu coin until it hits, you're going to be buying it at way too high prices. I don't know what to tell you. That's why you got to accumulate and accumulate now. Shiba Inu coin has steadily risen since March 22nd and has marked 3 straight days of gains since then, with the token presently up 7% weekly. Today's movement culminated in highs of 1370, where Shiba Inu coin encountered slight profit taking. How Shiba Inu coin behaves in the short term, barrier between 1370 and 1380 would determine its next move. A sustained break could take us back up to 1500, and that is going to be a very significant level. Or 1400, I think I said 1500. That's going to take us back up to this level right here, which we could break out of that wedge. Very important to see how it happens. From there, you've got the 50-period exponential moving average, the 200-period exponential moving average, and massive, massive gains if these levels are broken. So it is something that I'm excited about, and guys, I am accumulating. I'm using the KSX exchange for smaller levels of accumulation. I prefer to hold on decentralized wallets like Best Wallet. We'll talk about that in a second. But if you're out there trading, right, you want to open a position, close a position rather quickly, you could do so on a centralized exchange. And you could do so on KSX. You get a link for it down there. On up to 100x leverage. Now, this 100x leverage is awesome because futures fees on KSX for Shiba Inu coin specifically, 0% maker, 0% taker, and you're not going to find anything lower than that. They make some of their fees on Bitcoin and some of the other larger altcoins out there. But nonetheless, 100x leverage at 0% futures fees, incredible. From there, I like to hold on decentralized wallets. Now, I started using Trust Wallet years ago. I really like Trust Wallet. I still use Trust Wallet. But I've been diversifying my wallets the same way that I diversify my holdings. There's no sense in holding all your crypto, I mean, unless you got $100 worth or something. But if you're starting to accumulate a decent amount, there's no sense in holding your crypto on a single wallet. So make sure you guys use that link down in the description below. It's going to pull you up to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, depending on what phone you have. It is a free download. These guys are highly rated, and I really like this app. I like the user interface. I like the simplicity of it, and I actually like the features. I know I talk a lot about these ICOs, and you can actually see your ICO balance in the wallet without reconnecting to the website and all of this. So it's a very unique feature and one that I really do appreciate. But nonetheless, awesome wallet. Make sure you guys use that link down there to download it. Great place to hold and diversify your holdings. Let me know what you guys are doing. Until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.